What's going on, everybody? Ethan and I are taking a road trip today. Sometimes you look on Marketplace for some stuff and it kind of pops out from nowhere. Ethan was looking for some parts for his Chrysler 300 SRT8 as far as coilovers and adjustable control arms and stuff like that, and A-arms. Well, we came across a 2010 Chrysler 300C that the motor started having a knock in it, but it happened to have basically a brand new suspension setup underneath it with coilovers, adjustable A-arms, and everything else. And it happens to be the same color as his car. And so Ethan talked with the guy, worked a deal out. The guy decided to sell him the whole car. We're getting the car for $800. There's more than that in just the coilover suspension. And we're on our way to go pick this car up. And looks like we might be able to sit there and salvage a bunch of parts out of it and see where it goes. But other than that, we are on our way to go pick the car up, and when we get there, we'll kind of give you a little look at what's going on. Other than that, we'll see you in a few. What's going on? Well, we got her loaded up. Man, that was a pain in the ass. This car sits so damn low, we had to use boards to get it up on this thing. And we just got here with the house and getting ready to unload this bad boy. But the guy started stripping it out before we made the deal on the car. But the good thing is all the parts are with the car. And but yeah, she's definitely sitting low. But yeah, this thing was a pain in the ass, well, to get it up here on this trailer. So we're going to sit there and try to get it off the trailer. And once we get it off the trailer and get it in the driveway, we'll dig a little deeper in this car. So stay tuned. Well, here we go, guys. See if we can get this thing off the trailer. Like I said, this thing is sitting low. So far?
It's low.
Hello.
I don't know how much of the frame is left.
Right.
Honestly.
But, all right, guys, we're gonna get the trailer loaded up, and when we get done with that, we'll dig a little deeper in the car. But yeah, I almost forgot to show you the motor and everything. So anyway, typical 5.7 Eagle motor, because 2010. But the guy had already started doing some work on this thing. It's got a brand new water pump. It's got a brand new radiator in it. Now they sit there and jacked up the damn fans and bypassed all that. But motor's gonna need a rebuild, that's for sure. But it's a good core. And but you know, like everything on here, like I said, brand new radiator. Basically the alternator looks like it's not that old. You know, so we got all the coil packs, fuel injectors, fuse box. I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff you can sell off this car. And you can see here where they did the coil over as part of it. We'll show that in another video. And there's a lot of good parts, man. I mean, throttle body, power steering pump, AC compressor. you know, for the guy that doesn't have a whole lot of money. So like I said before, man, sometimes you get on a good deal and it works out at the end. But anyway, we're going to look at the interior and stuff on this car and check all that out as well. Alright guys, we're back. Took a little longer than expected to take the trailer back to U-Haul. But anyway, in my previous videos about, you know, building on a budget, buying stuff used, stacking the good parts off to the side, you know, and this is a prime example right here, because a lot of people are like, well, God, you know, we just don't have Hemis laying around. Well, if you find the right deal and it comes up at the right time, if you're able to get it, this is what you need to do. Like I said before, we found this on Marketplace, and my son was basically after the suspension components because they had a brand new set of coilovers and adjustable A-arms on it. And the guy decided to sell him the whole car. The motor runs, it's got a slight knock in it, but the motor can be saved. As far as we know, the transmission is still in good shape, and the rear diff. And but I mean, it's going to be a parts car. I mean, it's been banged up pretty good and everything else. I'm going to flip the phone around here. But I mean, this thing was sitting so low. I mean, he was bottoming out on everything. It's got a couple creases here in the door, but you know, somebody that needs a set of doors can probably, you know, fix that out and better part of what they've got. It's got the sunroof in it. But all this stuff we're not going to use, man, is like sell parts off of it. So by the time we're done with this thing, you know, basically his parts are going to be for free. We got a motor out of the deal. But like I said before, the guy was getting ready to part it out. And decided to go ahead and say to hell with it, sell the whole car. So we have all the parts to this car. The headlights, the tail lights, all the interior parts. And so we're basically going to go through it, inventory it. I'm going to flip the phone back around again. But as you can see, I mean, we got the center console, we got the door panels. So I mean, the dash and everything's in good shape. The instrument cluster's in really good shape. The seats, they probably need to be recovered, but somebody would buy them. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop the trunk over here. But I mean, basically, I mean, it's a parts car. And look at, I like that wood grain steering wheel. I like that 160 gauge on there too. You see back here, we got the grill. Nice set of high dollar headlights. But we got those, the tail lights. So basically we got the whole car. And so what we're going to do with it is we're going to sit there and part it out. Underneath the car is too banged up. And there's a little bit of issue with the title. Something wasn't done right. But like I said, what it costs to put this car back together, you know, we're just better off parting everything out. It's got a good fender on it, good hood, doors for the most part. New radiator, new water pump. So like I said, man, the deals are out there. And you just got to hit it at the right time. Sometimes it's better off just buying the whole car just for a couple of parts. And then you can turn around and resell what you don't need. And then you end up with free parts for what you need to do. And this is how we do a lot of our builds. And so we're going to be doing some more videos on this car as we did the disassemble and talk about each parts on it, what you can get out of it, what to save, what not to save. And so we'll have a little series on this car, and we might do a live motor pull on this thing and show you some tips how pulling the motor out without having to tear everything out to do it. You know, and so stay up to date, keep up with us, like and subscribe, and we'll see you down the road.